Chris next on this? And I'm so excited to come here and share some of our learnings in the past year. For those of you who don't, so my name is Huda, sorry. I lead product and design, like Dorina mentioned, at Wealthsimple, and we're 11 months old. We're almost a year old also, just like you guys. And for those of you who don't know, Wealthsimple is Canada's fastest growing online investment manager. We make smart investing low cost, transparent, and easily accessible to anybody. And we're really committed to making a really simple experience that is designed around user behavior. That's a big thing that we all rally around at all times. It's a really quick snapshot of where we were, where we started, and where we are now. So we raised a $2 million seed in May of 2014. We did the public launch of our web product in September of last year. And we launched our mobile apps, the first version, in December of that year, and I'll go into them a little later and why we decided to do mobile the time that we did, because we were a couple months out. We then raised a rather large Series A for a company that was 7 months out of the product launch, $30 million from Power Financial, and we're so excited to have them as our partners in this. And recently, about a month ago, we launched the second version of our mobile apps, which make getting started with investment as easy as clicking on a button. Onboarding has been reduced to just 10 minutes. We are the first Canadian investment manager to launch something that lets you create and fund an investment account just from your phone. So this is what our website looked like when we launched, and this is what it looks like today. But there are changes coming, so stay tuned.
That's awesome.
This is what our product looks like. We're big fans of simplicity. It's kind of in our name, so we have to. And when you log in and you've invested money with Wealthsimple, all we show you is a giant number, and that tells you what your portfolio is worth today, and it gives you a pretty simple graph. You can also go through a couple of your accounts. We've given it a little bit of a refresh, but not too much. We've encouraged more of our clients to open up different types of accounts. So if you have an RSP and a TFSA, you can have both in Wealthsimple, and people weren't aware of that at the beginning because our UI didn't suggest it, and now it does a little better. We're also big fans of data, and it's helped us make a lot of the product decisions that we've made and that have proven successful over the 1 year we've been around. One thing that we noticed that really stood out to us, that 1 in 3 Wealthsimple users would log in on the web every single day, which is a really high engagement metric, but it's interesting for a company of our style in which we ask that people not check their investments all the time. Because it's a passive methodology and it's more of a set and forget it scheme. What we did next was launch mobile apps, and we did 2 rounds of usability testing. And what was really interesting is that all of our users, one of whom we ended up recruiting and who leads marketing for us, were convinced that we shouldn't create a mobile app. It just encourages people to check their investments all the time. But what ended up happening is that 80% of our users currently check their accounts and log into the mobile apps every month. 20% of them do it every day. Another thing that we noticed was that most users were just putting in one-time contributions, so they would either transfer their account over, do a giant lump sum. And because Wealthsimple is all about making investing accessible for everybody, what about those people who didn't have large lump sums to invest? And that's when we launched automated contributions. You can automatically put in money from your bank account to Wealthsimple every week, every 2 weeks, every month, and this makes investing a lot easier for all investors. Our onboarding used to take an hour to complete. We made it a little better. So it took 30 minutes, we removed a bunch of steps, and then we made it really good, and now it takes 10 minutes. And that's the second version of our mobile apps, which we're really excited about. It's actually pretty simple. You guys can look on iOS and Android, you can look for Wealthsimple on the App Store and download it right now. You can try and see if you can beat the 10-minute mark if you want. It's really cool, and I'd love to hear feedback. We live on feedback. It's pretty simple. There's 3 steps. You answer a risk questionnaire. You can take out your ID and scan it. We're a financial services app, so our onboarding is really different from something like a social network. We require a lot more information because we need to. But we're in the business of making it really easy. We want to make sure that you can get started with the click of a button, like funding your account. We got featured in the App Store, which was really exciting for us. and Apple has been great partners. This is great, the timer is keeping on me. Yeah, and we're huge fans of the Product Hunt community. Thank you so much, Drew and I, for having us. You've been a huge supporter of ours from the beginning, and we're really grateful. And to the entire community, we'd love for you to check us out. We have a special referral bonus for you. So if you get started today using the link wealthsimple.com/product-hunt, the blue on blue is my fault. You can get your first $10,000 finished for free because we really do think Wealthsimple is great and you'll stick around. Thank you once again, and I'd love to take questions.